Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase, where the MSX is our marathon tech price version of SpaceX Extreme. Okay, so what are we doing down here looking at steam power and coal? Well, this is the wood. This is the mechanism by which we're getting rid of all the wood that the solar power is putting down. Basically, it's just a wire on the coal feed that says if wood is less than 10, you're enabled, otherwise you're disabled. Wood's far more than that because wood is constantly coming here from the solar. So you'll notice that the stack inserter is constantly feeding the wood onto the belt. One stack inserter clearly cannot feed enough wood on a belt for a full length stack of steam power, however, so it's sort of stopping here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. So just over half of it is able to be fed by the wood from one stack inserter. If we had 2 stack inserters, perhaps the whole thing would succeed. But what we're actually here for is to say, well, for starters, what we want to say is there's no point this thing unloading to both sides anymore. Let's just nip this whole idea in the bud. Oh, bud. It's supposed to be bud. Yes, of course. So, what's that going to do? Well, once these boxes get drained, this single supply of coal, which comes down to this third stack, will be completely exhausted, and we can just rip this third stack up. Which we're going to do. Now, the second stack... I don't want coal, guys. What are you doing? The second stack goes through here. And so what we're going to do is that. I might just put some of that down there, because we don't really need that rail. And so that has stopped. Look how fast it stopped. That stopped the provision of coal to the second stack, and the second stack's going to go the way of the first as soon as it is completely clear. What I might do is just get rid of that. I don't need it. That can go there. The coal train this time will take a lot longer to unload. In fact, nothing came off it, so it's just gone, which this whole process here might need a bit of a revision. If trains plus T. That's right, I made it a very simplistic thing, didn't I? So we probably constantly have a coal... This is not how I want this to work. Coal trains coming here constantly is... They're not going to be able to unload anything, so they're going to go again, because we've added in the new 5 seconds of an activity. No, we're going to have to do our little... Let's do green this time. Because these are just normal chests, they are not in a network. We can't just read, whoops, their contents off the like off a roboport or something. But I guess that didn't take too long. So what we will do is change this nonsense to decider combinator. Basically, if coal is less than 32,000, we will output a P1. Coal isn't. This one will be if trains is less than P, like we use everywhere else. Enable, and we'll use the same one. So now we won't be calling them constantly and having them go when they can't unload anything. Isn't that good? They're going to run out soon. I don't think there's any... Oh my god, there's like 5 of these things called. Oh well. They will cycle around until they've all turned up and gone, hello, and then gone again. That's fine. Okay, so this should be dropping now. 5. Do we have the right thing? Is less than P. P is 1. This is 5. There's no way it's less than P. Yes, it is slowly working. So this is how we will... Oh, there we go. We can actually kill this one altogether right now. So let's do it. I don't actually have something convenient to put all this stuff into. Do that for the good stuff. We have our robots. Let's rip up this. Let's take a little count. We're at 13 UPS. How is power doing? We have this one running, producing 2.2 gigawatts. Only 3.6 coming out of the nuclear. And that is, whoops, that's giving us 12.8. So, and jumping wildly around for some reason. Not sure why. Okay, so 13, it's almost 14. No, it really is moving wildly around. Why? Is there a number here that's jumping a lot? No. I don't know. I do know that we are going to remove that and all of this though. And because we have done that, we are going to have to replace the power to this one. There. This stuff as well. And this bit should have gone long ago. Because we don't want to be filling our trains up with coal. That was just a convenient way to fuel them before we had rocket fuel. Now, I don't especially know what I'm going to do with these steam engines because they're largely useless, as is this belt. Some of that other stuff might be vaguely useful. So yeah, we can fit it all in. Good stuff. UPS 15. My computer must be doing something in the background, because that should not have made things worse. Although, actually, when we look at power, yes, when this drops, we get, and this spikes up to 6.2, we do actually get a big spike. So, it does actually make sense. So, yeah, 15. So the second thing we're going to do is, we are going to run back over here. Yes, I don't really have a convenient place to put a train down there, really. These things will all go sooner or later. That was a bit of a misstep, but never mind. They happen. I implemented between episodes at steel. I have this is all finished. I've implemented a second steel weight station. I just want to check. I can't tell for sure. Stone weight, because this doesn't scroll. I'm gonna have to make this scroll. There we go. Steel weight. Yep. I added an extra train station in here so that we can have more steel trains, and in fact I'll make a copy of that, because what I want to do is I want to add 2 more steel trains to the stack so that the second part of it is fully operative. I have far too much junk on me at the moment. There, that's better. Okay, so we need some trains. We need 6 locomotives. We need 8 of those. I think I'll make 2 new steel trains. So as soon as we get that, we'll be golden. Now let's have a quick look at our solar patch while we wait for that. It's still building. We have all of this now, so that's our 2 gigawatts, more or less. I guess we're going to have to come a bit shy of that, cut back in, and be a little bit careful of that as well, because that's a worthwhile thing. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do here, whether I want to have the solar extend all the way out, and to be perfectly, oh, that's stone. To be perfectly honest, I probably do. I probably need it to come round. I don't know what's actually in here yet. What I can do is drill right in. I've added a radar into the formula, so when the radars go in, I've already got one more there. I didn't realise we had. When the radars go in, we get more visibility, and it seems without the radar visibility the blueprint's truncated, so that's why we're getting odd things there, which we don't really like. There's a lot of copper there as well, and a lot of coal. All the more reason to sort these things out. Another copper right in the way. All this stuff that's in the way, come on, get out of here, guys. So yeah, that's 2 point something gigawatts. Now each column of these is about 1 gigawatt. I'm kind of thinking that because we have what is it, 2 gigawatts of solar, 2 point something of solar, 2.2 gigawatts of solar, it's high time that nuclear returned to the fold, as it were. So what we are going to do is lay down the steel, and then we're going to rip 2 gigawatts of nuclear out. That's what I want. Yep. And off you go. The bottom one is meaningless because it will stop there until it gets a command from the publish subscribe system. Now, as soon as we get our replacement locomotives, take them off, and as soon as we get our replacement cargo wagons, take them off, because I only want 2 of these. well, 2 more of these. We already had 1, so this will make 3. This will keep steel ticking over at a vast rate. Just wait for this to get its full complement of rocket fuel, and off you go. So what are we doing on steel at the moment? Almost nothing. It should kick right back up as soon as they get there. So here we are, nuclear. Okay, nuclear, how are you going? You're going just fine, aren't you? Well, we don't need you running at 6.2 when solar is off, because we can use some of the accumulators. Now this might be premature. It is definitely a possibility. Have I dumped my robots? I probably have, haven't I? Yes. Let's not dump our robots. Let's keep those as well, because I guess they are probably going to be useful as we come out here and remove the nuclear. So this is a pretty cool build. What we have here is that we enable, disable only if the used uranium is greater than 0. We are reading the hand contents to get that information on the extractor. So it's only when the extractor is picking up something that this is enabled to put something in, and it will only take something out if steam is less than 10k, and at the moment it's not reading a steam value at all, which is because there's a break right there. That's no good. Let's fix that, because it's been obviously malfunctioning slightly. Right here. So now we have a 19,000. There's no need for steam to operate. Do we have that? We do have that on the other side. But that aside, we want to eliminate. I've only got this one. Well, I don't actually need that one to have special things on it. It can just be a normal one. We just don't need you anymore, guys. Thank you for your service, and good night. So this should take it back to only 6. I'm going to put, actually I'm going to auto trash those. I don't want 50, I don't want any. I'll auto trash those so that they can get recycled to these nuclear. Now the thing is, we could easily reinstall these if it turns out that we have expanded power at a rate far faster than our expanding solar has been able to keep up with. And if that happens, that is fine. Let's leave that on. We don't need these guys then, though. And that change between daylight and nighttime for me is very indicative of, what is that? Oh, a bit of heat pipe. May as well pick it up. Very indicative of just how expensive the fluid mechanics actually are. No, we're not. If I step here, hopefully some Logibots, which there's only 20, will come and clear me of all of this junk. Maybe it's too far for them. Let's give them a hand. Maybe they don't actually have any room. I think that in fact is correct. They don't have any room. Come on, Logibots. Oh. Those are my construction bots. Well, I can just transfer stuff into here. There. This probably means that one of these guys is not fast enough to process all the spent cells as quickly as he needs to. So let's give him a helping hand. I don't know if he actually needed any. In fact, I'm pretty sure he didn't. So we'll take those out. Let the others have a helping hand. So, yeah. Reduced nuclear. Well, just how many spent nuclear things did we have? I do actually need to get rid of one more layer of heat pipe here. Because of course it's the pipes as much as anything that cause the UPS hit. And you don't get the benefit from ripping out your nuclear until you take out all the pipes, or until you turn them off via console commands. But I don't want to delve into such things. Aside from anything else, I'd like the broken achievements to broken in the sense that, I mean, if we look at our all-time production, we can see 195 electronic circuits, and according to the achievements, where is it? We've only done 11 million of 20 million electronic circuits. Kinda silly. Never mind. I don't mind. Now I think we have another set of heat pipes on the other side to get rid of. That wasn't removed. I could be mistaken though. Yes, I might actually be mistaken on that. I might just leave the tanks here because that just provides a little bit of extra steam buffer. They're a little bit like super accumulators in that regard. And if a few tanks make all the difference, then we're really in trouble. Now, do I have room for this stuff? Sort of. So it's all sitting here if we need it. Let's see if I can pick up all this stuff. I can, so that's good. Right, let's check F5. 12.6. Let's check power. Well, we are getting the benefit of that at the moment, but I guess we'll just have to wait till night time. What's it at now? 13. It's hard to know exactly why. It's production going crazy. Steel is jumping around 2,000 a minute. That's the 5 seconds on steel. It's just 2,000. Iron is a bit low, so that can't be the reason. I don't know. I do know that I would like to see the back of all of these things, though. That might be the easiest way to do it. Are they completely full? They might be. Let's give them a bit more storage. And I've got everything else. Yes. Okay, so 11. Well, that's even better. Still 2.3. I'm not sure. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but it does seem to be heading in the direction that I would expect and that it should. Shouldn't really stand there. Okay, so how are we doing for time? We're probably a bit of a stretch through the episode, which means that we probably can't do as an exciting a thing as I might have liked, because I want to bring this online ASAP, but I also want to get this operating vigorously ASAP as well. And what I mean, I have actually implemented a red wire here. It basically just reads the circuit network rather than all the boxes, because you don't need to. And it says if I don't think you can read the condition from here, but basically if the OR is greater than 64,000, then turn these red, stopping entry, and that's the situation right now. So that train had to go to the next one, and I've got that applied to the first three, so more ore will be directed down to the bottom rather than just filling up the top. So that one's locked off. As you can see, this is the entry and it's locked off. Again, this 163, it's now open, and this one is 28, so it should be open as well. If you could see, you can't, but you can see that one and it's open. Oh, that one's closed because of that, but that one's open, and these don't have it because they're the last one. However, what our issue is that we still just don't have enough ore coming in in spite of this being right here. So my options are tap this, which is definitely in the way. There's no question about that. But I kind of don't want to just at the moment. I think what I'm going to do is actually start getting ore from outside. That one is kind of going to get in the way of this, but that's alright. I think I'll tap this one. It's very close. It basically just needs a 4x2 upside down running up here, and probably a 6 platform. So we'll get that underway. We probably won't finish it in this episode, but we will at least get it started, and then we should finally get proper production out of this guy when we need it. Right, so with that in mind, I must be on board. Oh, it is night time now. Let's just check what's going on at night time. We're getting, well, we're down. We must be doing very little production. We're down to 5.8 gigawatts, and a lot of it's just these things sitting. They burn power just sitting around doing nothing, and we have a lot of them. So not nearly as many as we will have, but all the same, it's a lot relative to our total power consumption and what we're doing. That probably means this isn't too bad. It's not as good as it was, but it's not too bad. Alright, if I'm coming up here, the closest is probably iron smelting 1. Let's go to iron smelting 1 then. And with this size of an outpost, we won't be mucking around. We will just be building a supply outpost and generating a bunch of ghost sparse mining pattern. And then letting the supply train come along at its leisure and build. And actually, I should go to there. Whoops, too slow. Maybe not. Maybe we can back up just in time and head on up. Whoops. No, I don't want to, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. But I am blocking the path, so I better not hold this position for very long. Let's find our good rail, find a 4 to 2. Right, we will need to change all of the intersections. All of the signals, because none of them are very good. But I want to get out of the way so that iron can keep processing. It looks like we have got signals passed through. Do I have any of the chain signals? I do now. This one needs to be a chain, this one needs to be a chain, that one needs to be a chain, and this one here needs to be a chain. Right. We need more rail. That should do. There you go. And now I would like to make a hole through all of this foliage. And let's get some more charging going on, since the train will drive us up here. Of course you can't. There we go. A section of straight. another section. Let's carve out these stupid trees. Where's my good rail? There it is. This book should be down here anyway. Let the trees have somewhere else to go. So that is interesting. Where exactly do I want this platform to be positioned? That's a 4. I think that's the one that I want. Where do I want it? Could even do something like that. In fact, let's use our so it could go something like this on that side. Yeah, that'll do. And that would mean that we would want our two-way corner to go here and to go here. Except we probably don't need a corner there actually. We probably need instead let me just run back to the vehicle. Instead of a corner, if we get a junction there, one of these, which is not quite lined up properly, but in fact, I could just line it up properly, couldn't I? And then I am basically looking for a rubbish supply and engineering, which won't go that way, so they can go this way instead. Yeah, they can come up something like that. And we can then get our corner something like that. Whoops, I didn't mean to put that there. Where did it go? Blueprint book. Sparse mining, dense mining, good rail, right. That can go there. Let's connect the dots. Which also means wires, since we had to make that little extension. Did I put my green wire somewhere silly? I think I have some on the train. Yes, it looks like I do. same issue here for the same reason. Yeah, we've got way too many of these everywhere. Let's just connect up this one. So they actually are operative. Well, in that case, let's see if we can get the rubbish up and running. And I think we're probably running short of time now to keep the episode reasonable, but obviously what I'm going to do is clear out all these trees, get the rubbish train to come and deliver it a few times. I probably won't even build out this. I will just get the supply train to come and build out the entire mining operation plus the platform all by itself. But that will happen between episodes, and next episode we will bring oil online properly and some other exciting things. Can't wait. Looking forward to doing it and seeing you there. Bye bye for now.